Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Wizard City Invitational. I am your host, Fracture. We are in for a great day today. We have 3 matches lined up for y'all. First, we have Malamber versus its grade, the current world record holder in most categories. Here, competing today. Versus It's Gray, the underdog, the great Pirate 101 streamer, one of the GOATs of Pirate 101. Super excited to have both of them here. And then later today, in our second semifinal, we have What's Poppin', the kind of new kid to the scene in Wizard 101 speedrunning right now. Followed by versus It's Barry Saxey, who is a amazing speedrunner. And then after that, we will follow it up with the finals. This is the Wizard City Invitational. So each player will compete to complete Wizard City percent as fast as possible. So beat Nightshade, get to Nightside, and complete the quest and get access to Croc. So I hope y'all are excited as I am. We're about to get ready to go. And I'm so excited. So let's meet the runners. Hello, runners. How are y'all doing?
Yeah, pretty good.
Pretty good.
How do y'all feel? How do y'all feel today?
I feel like I'm probably gonna lose to the best player in the world.
Respectably.
I feel like I'm just gonna do my thing, you know?
Okay.
Just gonna do the run.
All right. All right. Are y'all ready to go?
No.
Apparently not.
You need new splits, Mal.
Why?
You're on.
Oh, I'm on Harvest Lord. You're right. I thought I was on Wizard City. You're right. You're right. There we go. There we go.
Can't preload real quick.
Thank you for catching that because I would not have noticed. I got to be honest with you.
Oh, I'm ready.
All right, Mal, you ready?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. As soon as both y'all are ready and have characters made, I will give y'all a countdown, and then we will begin.
Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck, both runners.
You.
All right, so both our runners should be starting within a second or two on streams. Here we go. All right, so this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm very excited to be here today. What we're going to see first is both are going to first do Unicorn Way as fast as possible. We should see both of them realm swap pretty quickly here. So Gray will be going to Leprechaun, Mal going to Troll. Both are running Balance, which is done, and I can talk about that a little bit later when we get to level 5 spells. But we will see both trying to defeat Unicorn Way as fast as possible. Things that matter a lot is trying to minimize the amount of casts you do. So we're talking doing, trying to minimize cast, but also minimize risk. So casting the thing that's most likely to kill, in this case for Lost Souls, it's Imp. And what we're witnessing is we're gonna see, dang, Gray getting really unlucky. Second turns on both of the souls, gonna lose him about 15 seconds on that. So very unfortunate. Cast is approximately about 8 seconds, and so when you go second, you have to deal with them casting, your opponent casting. And that's completely RNG. 50-50, do you cast first or not? So What we can see here is you can kind of already see it. Mal's macro is immaculate. It is one of the best things in the world. He is considered the best speedrunner. But so the two main classes you run in Wizard City Speedrunning is your Storm and your Balance. Storm is run mainly because of two things. You get a fast unicorn way. You can kill Rattlebones in 2 turns instead of the 3 that's required with this, and your odds are much, much better for things like, ooh, Mal getting a Fizzle though. That is unfortunate. But that's the kicker with even using normal Storm is these Thunder Snakes only have an 80% chance to cast. So we are having a great time here. Gray off to a decent about 5-second lead here. No, wait, Mal's still ahead. Oh, even with the Fizzle, Mal's still ahead. Oh my god. I thought he was still in the first one. Equips that Opal Band that he got from Drop. Just give him a little bit extra XP. Not a bad idea to do. So our runners are actually about 5 seconds apart, which is really good for now. And so this is kind of the first place where Balance and Storm diverge, where your odds get much, much worse with Balance because you have to use the Wand Snake instead of your School Cast Snake, which has a lower damage range, which makes the odds of killing this fairy in one shot lower. All right, so we're getting underway. But yeah, just Mal's not RNG, Mal's macro is just so much better, very clean. You can see he doesn't even turn when activating the Bone Cage. Gray going for an alternative Bone Cage strat. I don't know what he's doing, in all honesty. Both cast the Thunder Snake. Let's see. It is actually better if you're not going to kill to Fizzle here. Both do get the kill, which is very, very good. Great start by both of them. Huh. Interesting. Interesting strategy. Okay, Gray getting both kills. Mal fizzling, which is not the worst outcome. If you cast but you don't kill, then it's even worse because you don't get the opportunity, or you have an extra cast, so you have to. It's a 3 spell win instead of a 2 would be normally. So great that both them kill. That is better for Mal than casting and then not getting it. A Fizzle only loses you about 1 or 2 seconds. Gray going for the switch. A little slow on it. Mal's a lot quicker. Runner's still neck and neck though. Can he get his broom equipped though? Doesn't have his broom equipped. Forgets a little bit at the map mark. Let's see how these Rattlebones go. This can make or break your run right here. Mal running Death. I didn't even notice that. Mal flexing with the Death. Interesting strategy out of Mal. Mal has been a big proponent in the Death General Achilles percent currently. And he claims it's due to the greatness of Ghoul plus Trap. Mal does get the cast, does get the kill. That is huge for Mal to get that. So that way he can keep going. Gray also getting a great kill on them. This is a amazing race right now. Neck and neck from both runners. Mal's still about 5 seconds ahead here. Both getting their first cast off. Mal getting a little bit unlucky with not getting a trap or something here. There are a lot of things you can get. Gray getting the trap, which like puts him just ever so slightly in the lead now. Both cast imp here instead of a second school cast, because the odd you are guaranteed to kill and you have a 95% chance to kill instead of the standard 90. And so, oh my god, we are like neck and neck. Oh my crap. This is absolutely riveting. But you can just see Mal's macro, even though Gray is keeping up in odds, Mal's macro is just that much better. But yeah, Mal has been started running death for General Achilles percent very recently. He says it's not for the meme. I'm not 100% sure about that. You get a guaranteed kill on the Cyclops, which makes it a lot easier to do. We will actually not be seeing GA today because of a new skip that has been discovered, which I will talk about when we get there. But for now, Mal is going to lose probably about another 5 seconds or so, having to run all the way from this. Gray almost forgetting to talk to Mr. Lincoln here. You have to talk to Mr. Lincoln in order to be able to get the storm, your lightning bats, which you do want because this is the strongest spell that you can get now. And then what you just saw of Mal is known as the loyalty store port. So there, if you go into the crown shop, you have your loyalty store here, and we use it purely to save time instead of having to walk. Both runners picking up the Storm Shark Amulet here, which has a range of 125 to 165 compared to your 95 to whatever it's called, 95 to 135. So much better. And now both are headed into Judd Tower. Mal has built himself a little bit of a buffer here, not a ton. And I believe we are going to see them following the same order of streets here, which is going to make for a riveting experience. You can see Mal went second. You just go straight for your 2-pip here. So we'll see Mal using Ghoul and Gray using Scorpion. For a long time, Death has kind of been written off as not a great school because of its animation time. It is a whole extra 3 to 4 seconds quicker because you have the heal animation as well. And so Mal able to get that kill there. Very good out of him. And you can see what we do here is instead of running all the way back to Penny, especially as the pet, which takes a ton of time, we actually just quit and leave the tower, so that way we just get teleported right down. Gray getting a little bit lag there, which is unfortunate from him, but a price we have to pay. And so now we get a little bit of a low. Not too much going on right now. We'll see both runners picking up all 3 quests. And so Mal is very particular about which haunted minions he fights here. He wants to optimize his time as much as possible. So you see him walk a little bit to grab kind of a minion in the middle, so that way you get this middle sigil, not the farthest away. What he's going to do is he's going to run all the way to the end next and then do a realm swap right there. Gray instead opting for the close minion It's not any much of a time loss. It's just maybe you lose a second or two. Both runners will be very careful to make sure that they keep their health as high as possible. Gray also getting the first kill, very good. So you can see Mal has kind of picked his last spot here, and then he is lining up his mouse at a very particular spot, so when he opens the realm screen, it is exactly on the button that he wants. Which I believe is the arrow button in this case. He went to Gray Rose. Gray going to Leprechaun. Gray getting a little unlucky with the spawns. Does get pulled, which is good. Mal getting a fizzle, which is the second best outcome. You don't want to ever cast and not kill. You'd rather just fizzle. Gray does get the third kill though, so that is actually going to put Gray ahead at this point, I believe. If his game stops lagging. Yeah. Gray does not have his broom equipped. I'm wondering how long that's going to take for him to notice. He just noticed, so he gets his eel up. Mal has passed him again though, just because he's being quicker on his stuff. So now we have the eel. You have we believe it's about a 95% chance to get this drop here. Gray getting, honestly, very lucky. His RNG is just that much. I spoke too soon. His RNG up to this point has been absolutely amazing. Keeping him in this final, Mal has completely outclassed him in terms of macro. But because Gray's RNG is just keeping him in this, Mal does get the wand drop. Does Gray get the wand drop as well? Yes, Gray does get the wand drop. That can kill your run because you're so used to just insta teleporting based on when you get that. And if you just don't, it's detrimental because then you have to walk all the way back and kill another one. So good for both our runners to get it here. And now we enter the Rotting Fire portion. They each need to kill 3 Rotting Fodders here. Like, here's actually the perfect opportunity to see how much longer Ghoul takes the cast. And we can see Gray is actually into his second fight before Mal finishes his first. Very interesting stuff out of here. Gray getting a good start with getting a Myth Shield. Myth Shield or Pass are kind of the 2 things you're looking for here out of him. Mal is getting beat up, though. That is rough from Gray. That's going to take a lot of his HP away. Mal gets a fizzle there, which is just as good. But he fizzles. That's... And then he gets lightning. Oh, my God! Holy crap, Mal would have been less than 100 HP, not that it's that big a deal. Gray taking a little bit of a risk here, not choosing to heal, which is an interesting decision on his part, in my opinion. Does get the pass. He is experiencing some lag, which is very unfortunate here. Okay. Experienced a lot of lag there, unfortunately. Is able still to get the kill ahead of Mal here. This is actually ridiculous how unfortunate for Gray that he's having so many internet issues. But, like, he is hanging in this very good. Okay, this is very unfortunate now. Unfortunately, not too much we can do. He has lost now about 30 seconds to this. And now it triggers. He gets his... He was winning this route, up until his internet issues. So unfortunate for him. So sad. He was doing an amazing job. We were on our way to an upset here. And it just is not going Gray's way today. So what we're seeing our runners do is opt for this middle Scarlet Screamer here, kind of in the middle, because you need to grab your 3 cogs, and the way you do that is usually you defeat your first Scarlet Screamer here. And then you defeat your first Scarlet Screamer here, and then you go to the very end of Scarlet Screamers right by the cogs, and in between your Scarlet Screamers you go and grab a cog. And then you realm swap for the last cog. So Gray playing with fire here on 99 HP. He needs to collect some health here. Both runners should be okay on mana. There isn't a ton left to do. Gray grabs 2 mana things. Should be good. Opting to grab a cog now. Interesting decision. Did not pick up that health pod. I don't know if he's going to care. Is very low on HP. So... hopefully this should be a myth trap, and then Gray should get the cast off first. Mal getting his... I believe this is his last Scarlet Screamer. Gray just on his second. Gray with a decent fizzle there on the Scarlet Screamer. Mal all the way back at Duncan already. On his way to Harvest Horde. Which is very good out of him. He's trying to figure out what to do. Little bit of confusion out of him. On his way to Harvest Horde. Is going to set up his deck to do a 1-pip kill on the minion. Just so that way it's as quick as possible. Gray has now finished the cogs as well. Gonna finish this up. Just very unfortunate now, Gray. You need to do that, and then... oh, I thought there was a wheel. Anyway. Very unfortunate now, Gray, that he has these lag issues affecting him right now, but nothing we can do about it. Mal does get the snake casted properly, which, under optimal conditions, if you have... I believe can one-shot, you get the top roll, but then you cast your pet assist, which is risky because it is such a long cast time, but, you know, it's worth the risk to get that minion out of the way now, or else you are very likely to die. Mal getting the first bats. Very good. Top roll, you're guaranteed to kill now. Very good. So you can see Gray doing it as well. Gray is getting the kill there. Alright, great Harvest Horde, clean game so far out of Mal. Doing a great job so far. And while he's doing this part, we're going to just go for a little listen in with Mal. Hello, Mal Malamber.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
How do you think your run has been so far? How would you rate your own run?
My unicorn way was cracked for first turns, but then I only got one first turn since then, so probably pretty average at this point.
Your macro is on point today. You are playing very well though.
Thank you.
So you finished your Trident. You are a little bit behind your world record. Do you think you're still in contention to be able to get a world record this run?
Maybe. I think it all depends on how the Alakane goes.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
We'll
We
see.
will hopefully check back in with you a little bit later.
Wait a sec. You're not even gonna mention the fact that I picked death?
Oh, yeah, I did see that. Congratulations. You are actually losing a lot of time to that, not gonna lie. This is a closer run, or a closer thing than it should be, because your animations are twice as long.
But it's
a great
memes,
meme.
You know?
So, good luck. I will check in with you a little bit later.
Alright, see it.
Alright, we are doing great. I am about to reveal a great strategy here while we wait. We have the big screen that I have not been using yet. So, Malamber on his way into GA now. GA for a long time was considered the hardest street to run because it's so hard not to die. But with the GA skip that we're going to see there, very unfortunate out of Mal to just get the troll. Gray still having some lag issues. Very unfortunate not to get the kill on the troll. Makes it very unlikely he will. Just loses you about another 8 seconds for having to do another cast. But he is doing very well so far. Better to fizzle than to cast there and not kill. You can only have so many of those before your health starts becoming an issue. But alright, and now we're back. Mal on his last lumbering troll here. Gray just starting his first. Both runners fizzling. Mal fizzled didn't get a single first turn or a single 1-pip kill here. Alright, a little bit of a time for Gray. Mal is doing the more tedious part of the run here, which is just talking to Cyrus. We might check in on him at one point if he picks up a very certain item, but not too much. Cyclops lane not being too favorable to our runners so far. Mal just looking. We'll go side by side because Mal's doing actually a very cool strat. He waits for his port to come back so he can do loyalty shop port, since that's the quickest way to get to the robe shop. And I'm wondering if he's going to do. No, he's not even opting to do that. He's using that port instead, so that way he can save his commons port to go to commons for Merle when you talk to him. No, he's just teleporting around using that. Very smart from Mal. Very good execution there. Gray is just finishing up his trolls. Alright. Mal just finishing up here. Gray is just starting this section, so we will not be split screening it. We will check back in with him when he gets to his run. So I believe here he is using... Is he using lightning bats or is going for it? Yes, he is. Okay, he's not taking advantage of ghoul strats for this one. Rather foolishly, in my opinion. But he has built himself a very nice lead here, in part to Gray's unfortunate lag issues, but doing very well for himself here. So now Mal is on his way to kill this rotting fodder after the Cyclops. And you pick this one right here because it's the closest to the barrels you'll be able to get. Using ghoul strats here. Very nice for Mal. And here we go. Mal not having to worry about HP at all because of this ghoul, working very well for him, even if he's losing time. Gets the first bubble. Does he avoid getting pulled here? Very grayed out Mal, navigating his way through these rotting fodders. Can be very tough if you're unlucky. Gray does get the kill on the Cyclops. Very good from him, staying in this race. If Mal slips up at any one of these bosses, Gray is there to take it from him. But you can see from his splits, Mal has not had a great Cyclops here. Falling behind his unicorn, his GA run, just very unfortunate on those trolls. You can see Mal here is opting not to use his pet. Actually, you can't say that for sure. Gray has lost what he's doing, forgets that he needs to go defeat the Cyclops. Or the wrong fodder. I'm interested to see if Mal decided to pet cast here. We might find out. I was not paying attention. We are going to see. He did decide to pet cast. Usually what you do is if you... Usually what you do is if you're going second on the Warhorns, you do your pet cast because another cast there. What? Gray, come on. Don't do this, Gray. Why is he fighting a second rotting fodder? Oh, he's in his own head right now. This is so sad for Gray. But the reason, I believe Mal didn't use his pet cast here, because that is the reason you don't. If you fizzle and your pet cast, it's a loss like 10 seconds right there. So you just want to avoid as much time loss as possible. So he's gonna, and usually if you're going first, you just do this and then cast Imp if you need to afterwards. Fortunate for Mal, he does not. And he does a quick classic swap here to swap textures, which gets rid of your battle cooldown. Very nicely out of Mal. almost casting in there, but he is doing a great job so far, just managing to make sure that he is doing nicely. Does get the final kill there. And now we can go talk to Romulus. And due to a misconfiguration in the spells, we don't actually have to beat GA to finish Cyclops Lane. So he has finished the trigger needed to be able to do this. So now all he has to do is beat... you do miss out on the XP from it, but all he needs to do now is beat... I am very confused on what's happening right now. Gray is currently casting a Scorpion on the Warhorn in order to kill it, but he just got max roll Scorpion. And I don't think that kills with it. What is Gray doing right now? He is just throwing this match away. I don't know what Gray's doing. Interesting strategy out of Gray. Mal continuing just to finish onto his second Han minion already. Doing a great job here. Just managing. Gray has defeated one of his 2 Warhorns, I believe it is. I forget the exact number. But Gray just... extra time loss here and there, just not worth it. So Mal, feeling comfortable here, is deciding just to go for ghouls here. He does not feel the pressure. It is possible to get 1-pip kills on these elves. They do only have 150, so you could go for a thunder snake here with the amulet snake and kill about 40% of the time. But Mal has done the math in his head, says it's not worth it for it, and just keeps on trucking, continuing to be that consistent powerhouse that we know him to be. What a match out of Mal so far. And he so far has not made a single mistake, just the RNG did not fall his way, which is how these things go sometimes. Gray does use bats on the second Warhorn. Is able to get the kill. Hopefully he remembers that you don't need to fight. Yes, he does. Going all the way back to exit now. On his way to AS. And now Mal's on to the part that Storm has an advantage on, which is the Pathfinder 2. These Pathfinders are the toughest enemy to be in the run because they have 285 HP. Not 100% true, but in Firecat especially, these are the hardest. They only have 285 HP, and so you have to have a max roll bats, and so you always pet assist here, even though you are very likely to fizzle, unfortunately. So Mal is technically taking time loss here because of that. It just feels bad when this happens. You know, you never want to fizzle and then have to sit through a dumb pet doing something. So Gray getting his first minion done. Unfortunately for him, he has made, outside of his life, he has made a couple just critical errors throughout the run that just make it impossible for him to keep up with Mal. Very unfortunate. Mal onto his second Pathfinder now. Gray not getting that Thunder Snake kill. Very unfortunate from him, having to deal with the consequences of that. Mal going to set port there. Not 100% necessary, but does go ahead and get it done. Does get the mana beforehand. That's very nice. You are very mana limited in this, so whenever the runners see an opportunity to grab some mana with minimal time loss, it is very good from them. And these are a guaranteed bats kill, these Magnum, and 235 health, very straightforward to kill. Not too bad. Great. Opting to take the safe strategy, just say, hey, I know I'm probably behind. I've had some unfortunate luck. I've made some mistakes. I'm just going to play my game, not take any risks. Very smart out of Gray. Taking the safe strategy, using the Scorpion, really not that much slower optimally. So, very good out of Gray, just playing his own game, looking to get done. But Gray now has decided that he is tired of playing it safe. He knows he takes a couple risks, so he's doing a snake here. Very good Mal spamming out Mal. Opting to go for the one of the three options you have to get to the teleporters. You have either you can go straight to Firecat, you can go right to the Wormguts Tower teleport, or you can run back to the main hub, and it is still debatable which of the three is actually faster. It is within a second of each other, so you just go for the one you're most comfortable with, and that one is the most likely to have mana and health pips floating around, as well as is the least likely for you to get pulled. The Wormguts one can be a little sketchy. You've got Skeletal Warriors everywhere. Mal into his Rotting Fodder now to collect the Talisman. Very good out Mal. Does a loyalty port to go to the shopping district, I believe just to grab some mana. Very smart out Mal, just taking even 10 seconds to top up on mana just to make sure that he has enough to get through the rest of this run. Very smart, does not want to have to deal with that at all. And now he is on to the first boss of Firecat Alley, the Bastilla fight, also known as Prima Donna. Gray making another mistake, teleporting back before he finished his elves. So he is gonna have to go fight another one while Mal is already into the Bastilla fight, ready to go. Does go for what I was talking about before. You want to kill this minion as fast as possible because every turn that is an extra body that is just kind of there. You don't want to have to deal with it. You'd rather just get him out of the way. Unfortunately, does not get the kill, but does have the pet assist ready, so you just take that risk of fizzling. And very good out of Mal, playing very well so far, doing exactly what he needs to do to win. And then I don't know if I believe Mal took a ghoul. What you can do here is you can opt just to do, you don't have to double bats here if you get the right rolls. He does get a 275, which I believe is high enough that he can go for the ghoul. 165. I don't know if he can. If he took a death trap, he would be able to, but I think he's just going to opt for the second lightning bats here instead. Gray playing with fire a little bit. Very low in mana here. Is going to have to... He's going to take a little bit to go grab that. Hopefully he doesn't get pulled. Is even playing with fire. Someone jumping in where he wants to. He needs to go to a free port. Does kill Bastilla. Very good out of him. Goes back to the chopping district, not to grab mana this time. Although he does, but he's doing this to go talk to Gloria. Interesting decision not to just use his potion here. Really does not need it for the rest of the run. So, Gray does get the second Magma Men done. And we don't need that second quest. Gets the Gloria, sets up the alchemy table, gets his potions made, and now on to the final boss of Firecat Alley, Alacane. Very good. Going to keep just chugging along. This is the fight here that Mal is probably the most concerned about. Wants to grab that health pot or health pip. Really does not want to go and waits for it to come to him because he is just playing it safe. Wants as much health as possible for this fight. And you really he's adding that heartbeat just in case things just hit the wall. Like, you do not want to you don't want to take any risks here. We might even see him flee still on a second turn if it goes bad enough. Does go second here. We'll see what he ends up doing. We're going to focus in on Mal here. One cast. This is going to take about 100 of his health. 120. Unfortunate. Down to 592. Is not too bad so far. Grabs his lightning bats. Kills the Magma Men, hopefully. Fizzle out of Alacane. The thing we have to be watching out for Alacane, though, is too many pips out of him and his natural attack can do 400 or 500 damage. So you just have to play it. A 3 pip is going to do you about 300 damage. What we really am looking for is, does Mal flee here? He is going second, and the Alacane is going to have 3 pips. I would expect him to flee. Very smart out of Mal. Just taking it. Does use his potion, but is going to go ahead and buy another one just to have it. Very good out of Mal. I'm actually a little bit surprised he went and bought that potion, because we will see if he is going to do the treasure card strat, which is a fairly new-ish strategy that people have started doing recently. Very, very good. Does get the fizzle here, unfortunate. But the fizzle does not lose you too much time here, because you have to cast 2 anyway. So it's not the worst thing in the world to have to fizzle there. Gray just about to start on his way to Bastilla now. Just falling farther and farther behind. Unfortunate for him. Mal has finished Firecat. Very good out of him, not dealing with anything at all. Very good. Gray fizzles the snake. Very unfortunate out of him. Oh my god, this is not going well for him. This is disastrous for Gray, unfortunately. Not going super well. Double fizzles the snake. Oh my god, this is horrible for Gray. Should have just used a scorpion then at that point. He's going to have to flee. I don't even know if he has the... Jeez, this is not going well for Gray. Finally gets the kill, but is it too much too late at this point? Can Gray even make a comeback? And we have Mal on foul gaze now. Jeez, Mal is pulling out a lead here. Oh my god. Gray does get the good roll on Bastilla, so he is able to do that. Mal does fizzle the snake. Mal, no, Bear, no, Gray, no! Oh, this is so bad. He has to flee now. He doesn't have enough mana to finish Bastilla off. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh. I am not new to Wiz DHS. I have been playing this game for a long time and speedrunning it for a long time as well. So, I got bored of the normal gameplay and now I speedrun the game. Gray getting very unfortunate here. Oh, this is so bad. This is even more time loss here. The worst outcome you could have. Mal, I believe, low rolled his first foul gaze. His first bat, so this is not guaranteed to kill. I don't know if this can kill even. I believe you need 255 to... Does this kill? It does not. He is going to have to cast an imp here. Not the worst thing in the world. Just unfortunate. Good recovery out of Mouse, staying steady, keeping going. And now he is on his way to Haunted Cave now. Very clean out of Mal. I do not think he picked up the the treasure cards. So we are going to see Mal do the classic lightning back strat, I believe. Is going to play it safe here, navigate around them. Gray just finishing Bastilla here. Has to go to Old Town. Does remember to use the loyalty shop port at least. But we are on to the final fight here with Mal. Is a little bit behind the world record, unfortunately, but is still going to be a very good time out of him. All right, low point, starting out. Gray is on his way to Alkane now. Mal would need to lose this fight about 5-ish times for Gray to have a chance to catch up. And I do not expect Mal to make any mistakes here. Does go second. I believe he is going to flee strat then. And you have, if you're using lightning bats, you have to flee strat here. It's not, you don't really have a choice. You just don't have enough spells that are able to kill quickly. Does get a fizzle here, slightly unfortunate, not the worst thing in the world because he was going to have to pass the next round anyway. Not too bad, not too bad. Keep an eye on Mal's health, though. It could get a little sketchy here if he fizzles one more bats. I believe he did pack Heartbeat, though, which is always a good savior. Does get the first, which is good. And a high enough roll that it should be guaranteed to kill. Gray just killing the Magma Men right now. Mal starting a second cast. Gray is in a much better spot than Mal is. I do not expect him to flee. Gray fizzling there is okay, not the worst thing in the world. Alacane fizzling, though, is a little bit sketchy now. Gray should be able to do it. Mal did get very close to dying there, 53 HP, but does survive. Uses his potion, goes to grab another potion, which that I'm very surprised about. Does have the money now, but he is doing that. Gray getting a little bit lucky here, should not die. Fizzles there. Oh no, this could be... Gets the Myth Bats. Okay, we'll check back in on Mal in a sec. He is just killing Nightshade. Gets his first of 3 Lightning Bats that will need to kill. Does Gray kill Alacane here? This is the important part of this run for Gray. He does get the cast on Alacane. Does kill. Does he remember to talk to Alacane? I made this mistake this week, actually, in an Alacane % run, where I forgot to talk to Alacane. He does remember. Good for Gray. Let's get in on Mal now. Back to him. Getting his second cast off onto Nightshade. Here we go. Second bats. Boom. Is going to have to pass for this one. Doing great on health now. A natural attack out of Nightshade could be a little bit sketchy here. Opting for the 1 pip instead. Very good out of Mal so far. Hi, Barry. I love you. Alright. Let's get ready to go. Here we go. Mal getting his final kill onto Nightshade here. Very good out of him. Just 1 part left of this run to go for. Very good. Now, all he has to do is defeat 2 of these field guards here to complete the run. Mal, home stretch here, just needs a little bit more time. I believe Mal usually splits ahead here, so he has forgotten to split, just split now. So we really don't know how long he has left. Does get the first. Each of these are going to take 2 kills. 2 bats to kill. Opted to grab a potion. I expect to see him use it after this one. This is only about, I believe it's an 80-ish% chance to collect this pumpkin. So it is very likely we'll see one of the 2 runners grab... have to do something here. Does collect the first of the 2. Only 1 more to go. Is opting to heal up fully just to make sure he does not die anywhere. Gray into Foul Gaze. Gets the kill on his Haunted Minion. Alright. Mal on his last spell here. He is so close to finishing this run nice and strong. He's hashtag Ghoul Gang. Didn't even use it that much. I think it's bad to say. With the flex teleport as well. Teleporting back to commons now. Here we go, Mal. Home stretch. Just go. Couple more talking tos. While Gray here on foul gaze. Here we go. Does get the kill finally on foul gaze. Unfortunately, I do not believe we have the time to let Gray finish his run out. So very sad to see that happen, but it has been a treat to watch him so far. Mal talking to Dworgen here. Very easy on the teleport back, and timing stops when he completes this quest, so right there. Time 57:33. Very good out, Mal. Very nice run. Very just clean execution. Did what he needed to do. RNG was not too much on his side, but very nice from him. Hello, runners.
Hello.
How are y'all doing after that race?
This run was terrible.
I will start with you, Mal. How do you feel? A 57:33, good run overall. RNG not on your side, but your execution was great. First thoughts from you.
Yeah, I think I played extremely well. The picking death obviously is going to lose me time naturally, but overall it was a pretty decent run. It was pretty average for death, so yeah.
Great. Unfortunate things throughout you. First with the lag, which just unfortunate with the Wiz servers being the way they are, even now on your stream. But then you just started making these small mistakes. Any thoughts from you?
Overall, this run is kind of just terrible.
Mm-hmm. Very, very, very unfortunate. You put up a very good effort. It was tied going into Fodders. Gray was ahead at Fodders in Tryon Avenue. Gray had very good RNG in the beginning, but Mal's macro play just carried him through. So thank you all both. This was a pleasure watching, a pleasure to commentate. I am so excited.
I'm gonna have to rewatch this later.
There's one clip of you where when you ran out of mana on Bastilla, very unfortunate there. Any thoughts there?
I think that was mostly just because I fizzled way too much.
You fizzled your Scorpion, unfortunately, on that, and then you just didn't have enough mana.
Gang.
Also, I did make a marking mistake on Pathfinders, which absolutely was probably the cause of that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that could build up to that, but y'all both played incredible. Congrats to Mal advancing to our finals later today. Now we're going to go to a short break. We will see y'all back in about 10 minutes. Thanks y'all for watching.